Hello, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and this video is a reading for the energy of Taurus. So I am using the Black Tarot by Victoria Iva. This is Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Torian, and this is an oracle deck called Weird Oracle by aka Skyweb. And I did do some flip throughs of both the Weird Oracle and the Black Tarot, and I linked those videos in the description box. So if you're interested in seeing this beautiful artwork, go ahead and check those out. Okay, as I said, this is for the energy of Taurus, and we all have Taurus in our charts by way of the house system. So you might be here because you have some placements in Taurus. However, if you are here by way of title, then this might resonate with you because of the house system. And I always tell my viewers that if you're not, you can start off with your placements, your natal placements, you know, sun, rising, moon. And if for any reason those readings for those particular signs are not resonating with you, you might have to try checking out videos based on titles. Sometimes we need to use our intuition to try to find solutions to the issues that we're facing, the problems that we are dealing with. And it's not always a bad thing, because our intuition is often that light that can guide us through the darkness. All right, one more good shuffle, Taurus, and we will draw 3 cards from this deck, and those are going to be the main energies that we are going to work with today. All right, Taurus. So we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Sun, Major Arcana, and another Major Arcana, the Hermit in reverse. All right, so the Sun is a card of illumination, bringing things into light. It's also definitely happiness, joy, warmth, and it is a place that we definitely want to be. The Sun, that all life-giving light, shining light on everything, so that it can help us understand. And so we do have 2 cards flanking the Sun, Ace of Swords, which is air, and then the Hermit, and they're both in reverse. And the Hermit, which is Major Arcana, usually attributed to the sign of Virgo, an earth energy. And the Sun is coincidentally upright in direct conflict with these 2 here, because the Ace of Swords is usually speaking of truth or a spark of thought, information. And the Hermit is one where is the energy where we are thinking about something, we are really studying it and learning it and knowing it from the inside, sort of reclusing ourselves, going within ourselves, or secluding ourselves so that we can think about things and not be interrupted by others, and not have other people giving us their opinions to be swayed. And so, like I said, the Sun is shining a light. It is all about shining light into places where there might not be any light, where there might not be enough information, or there might not be enough understanding. So what we're going to do, I'm going to draw 9 cards from Tarot of the Abyss, okay? And before I speak on what these 3 energies mean and how they're working, I'm going to pull out all of the cards. Now, sometimes, I've got a piece of hair wrapped around my finger. Sometimes I can get a good reading from these 3 cards, but I want to pull out these other cards just to see what is happening here. And because, like I said, there is a conflict between the card in the middle and the 2 cards flanking it. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have. So we've got the 6 of Wands, fire, 3 of Swords, air, 6 of Swords, air, the Moon, Major Arcana, King of Swords, Heir of Air in reverse, Three of Cups, water. The Star, another major arcana. Ace of Wands in reverse, fire. And Knight of Pentacles, fire of earth in reverse here. So, all right. So I really find it interesting here that we've got the moon right under the sun. So I feel like this sun definitely is shining some light on something. We've got our Ace of Wands directly below here, which is that spark, that initiation of movement, of action going. And with it being in reverse, there's a halt to that. And Three of Swords, one thing about this particular card, let me switch your view really quick. So in this deck, we have maybe about 3 cards that have alternatives, and I have them all in this deck. And this is the Three of Swords, and it's more along the lines of what the suit of swords means, as opposed to it being heartbreak. This is more about the creation of information. We can see that all of these letters are coming out of the book and going into this individual's mind, and that is more along the lines of what the suit of swords is, rather than heartbreak. It's threes are creation. Threes are bringing 1 and 2 together to create a third, and that's what this individual is doing. He's taking this information out of the book and he's mixing it what he already knows, and he's putting 2 and 2 or 1 and 2 together, and he's coming up with his own ideas and his own thoughts as he's understanding this information. So while this card may be in reverse, I do feel that there might be some general confusion, but I feel like you're in a situation, Taurus, where you are learning from this situation. You're devising a plan with our star card down here. Now this star card is like that beacon in the light, that thing that shows us the direction that we need to head. It gives us that pathway, and I feel that is what you're doing, even though it might not be readily certainly clear to you at the moment. I feel like you're taking in all of this information and all of the things that is happening to you and for you, and you're creating sort of like a game plan. So with this sun, which is illuminating everything, that is definitely helping you. And let's see, is there an individual who might be aiding you? So we do have the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, which can indicate people in certain situations. And the moon right here is all about illumination of the darkness. It is also a guiding light. It is also something that helps us to understand the darkness. It's a beacon in the light, but it's also a soothing and loving light that helps us to understand what our dark is. And with the sun directly above this moon card, and in this Six of Swords, right next to this Six of Swords, I feel like you're coming in to a clarity of understanding with this Three of Swords right here. And you're not quite ready to take action, which is a good thing. And I do like right here that we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, because this is our slowest moving knight. He is fire of earth, and we think about maybe lava, right? How slow lava just kind of creeps over the land, as opposed to a wildfire where it's just like shoom, just going in all sorts of different directions. This Knight of Pentacles, I feel, is with the Knight of Pentacles being in reverse, it has you kind of on a slow path. It has you moving even slower than a Knight of Pentacles would. And Three of Cups is a card of usually of celebration, but I'm getting the feeling that you're being guided almost intuitively, or you're being guided by perhaps guides or someone of another realm, maybe ancestors, and you're following that type of guidance. So the Hermit here, and I understand why he's in reverse now. This Hermit is us going and understanding ourselves. Well, you're not being guided by yourself. You're being guided by an external force that is not of this realm, not of this plane. And it's a good thing that we have a reverse King of Swords here, because the King of Swords is all about logic. He is air of air. He's all about thought, logic, communication, using that frontal lobe to really calculate things. And so you're not allowing the what's that word? The way you've been trained here on earth is where everything has to make perfect sense, and this has to be that, this goes in that box, and that is this because I was told, and that is this because that's always the way it's been done, and that is this because that's the way I see it, and my senses are telling me that that's the way it is. You know, the King of Swords is just very here focused on logic, and you're not allowing that logic to keep you from being guided by these otherworldly energies. So I think this is a great thing, because you're in the dark almost over here. You're the Ace of Swords in reverse is like, I don't want to say a lie, but it's not a full truth. It's almost like a kind of a darkness I see, a way of not being illuminated, but you're not allowing that to stop you. You're making your own, you're discerning your own way, you're discerning your own path, you're understanding your own path, and you're making a way towards it. So that's what I see here. I see that there is lots of things that are going on behind the scene, and you're not allowing logic to be your guide. You're allowing these otherworldly energies to guide you, and that is, I believe, your saving grace here. That is what is taking you out of this cloud, and why this sun has popped up as illumination, as illuminating. It is showing you things that you wouldn't be aware of you would not be aware had you use your logical mind, if that's making sense. I hope that makes sense. And I hope I'm articulating that well enough. Okay, so now we're going to draw from the Weird Oracle and see what wisdom we can pull from this deck. Now, this deck doesn't have a guidebook, so there are keywords that are at the bottom of the card. And we'll use that and apply that to the reading. And I think it's pretty amazing how I chose these decks. I chose these decks. Initially, I had another deck chosen, not the Black Tarot. I had Tarot of the Abyss and the True Black Tarot by Arthur Wang chosen. And Arthur Wang that deck is kind of a little bit of a black and white deck, but it has some pops of color in it. And I think this motif just goes together so much better. And then on top of that, we have this AKA Skyweb deck, and it's also in black and white, but the background has a like iridescent rainbow, almost hologrammy kind of feel. Okay, so let me just go ahead and unveil this card for you so you can see this beauty. Okay, so we have surprise, acceptance, and rejection. Okay, so I feel like what it is you're accepting this guidance. You're accepting this divine guidance, and I think that's totally amazing. And perhaps the thing that you are rejecting is this untruth, this distruth. That's not even a word, but this situation here, you're not allowing that to guide you. You're not allowing that to take you down the wrong path. You have your own path, and you have your own ideals, and you know what is true, and it's been illuminated to you, and so you know what is what, and you're not going to be swayed, which is totally amazing. Sometimes it's hard to discern between fact and fiction, and especially if you have lots of people around you who are telling you or trying to sway you in the wrong way. May or may not be nefarious, but the fact that you have your own path set and you're not being swayed. And I think it's truly amazing that you have some guides, some otherworldly guides, divine intervention, if you will, who are helping you, and you're taking heed to those clues, to those to that guidance. So great reading for you, Taurus. I think that's amazing. I think that is awesome that you're listening to the ancestors and you're allowing them to be your guide, and you're taking in this information and this wisdom. So totally awesome. Great. Okay, that is the reading that I have for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I am trying to grow my channel and trying to expand our reach so that our community can reach others. I really and truly believe that my readings can help people understand things about themselves and to grow, and so that we can make this world a better place, not only for others and for future generations, but for ourselves, and so that we can truly enjoy and experience all that life has to give. All right, thank you so much again for being here, and I will see you next reading. Take care.